Can you kind of, break down your relationship with all the other outlaws and, what I'm saying, kind of how everybody came together and everything, and I just thought we'd probably start with Fatal, rest in peace.
Yeah, Fatal and Gaddafi were real tight from a very young age. And so, Gaddafi was always telling Pac about Fatal. Like, yo, he's the best rapper in Jersey. He's the best rapper, in Jersey. And eventually Gaddafi was successful in bringing him to the table.
Okay. Why? At one point he left the group, right? Because I remember he had a solo album.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know why he left the group or what happened?
Well, what happened really was, after Pac died, him and Gaddafi went back to Jersey. The rest of us went to Atlanta. And so we had always, talked about bringing it back together, but we wanted to bring it back together on the West Coast and come back out here to Death Row. And Fatal wasn't really, too crazy about Cali after Pac passed, you know what I'm saying? And so he wasn't with that shit, you know what I'm saying? And he decided to go do a solo deal and didn't want to sign to Death Row. And we did.
Okay, Gaddafi passed away, a few months after Tupac, man. What was your relationship like with him and, how did you guys meet?
Yeah, just family. You know what I mean? Tupac, Gaddafi, and Castro, we all knew each other from a very young age.
Okay. Castro, you mentioned Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, you guys knew each other from a young age. What was your guys' relationship like? You know what I'm saying? Is there any stories from any guys you could share?
Man. Brothers, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like a real brotherhood, just all trying to figure it out. Our relationship was similar to like that movie, The Outsiders, man. You know what I'm saying? Just some young kids just trying to figure life out. You know what I'm saying? And wanting to change our lives and the lives of our families is the best way we knew how. And we picked hip hop as a vehicle to do that.
Okay, and I think I seen somewhere he was never really into rap.
Castro?
Yeah.
I mean, he was into rap. He wasn't really into being an artist. That wasn't his dream. You know what I mean? That wasn't him or Gaddafi's dream. The rap shit was more me and Pac's dream. You know what I'm saying? They was just kind of like there for the ride and kind of started taking it serious once they saw it could actually be something for real. Like it could actually happen. And, watching Pac, get to a level that he got to, it made it believable for the rest of us.
Okay. How's he doing today?
Castro's great.
Okay.
Doing really good. Yep.
Do you still keep in contact with everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. We all see each other, know each other, you know what I mean? But we're all grown and we have lives, so it's not like back in the days when we all kicking it every day, you know what I'm saying? Definitely not like that no more.
And Napoleon?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you meet Napoleon and everything?
Yeah, Napoleon came to the group, man, because he knew Gaddafi as well from Jersey. You know what I mean? Gaddafi is kind of responsible for all the Jersey guys getting to the group, from Napoleon to Fatal to Young Noble. That's connection comes through Gaddafi.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One member who seems to lay low and nobody ever hears from is Storm.
Mm-hmm.
How did she come into the group, and is there anything you could share about her?
Well, at the time, I think Storm was an artist around Death Row. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to be incorrect about this because, people get real sensitive about shit, but I think she was kind of like more, down with the dog pound. She was kind of like, I remember first hearing her and she kind of sounded like a female Snoop to me. You know what I'm saying? She kind of had that laid back kind of flow, you know what I'm saying? And then her style got a little bit more aggressive when she got with Pac and us. But at the time, I just remember her being an artist around Death Row and, working with some producers trying to get her career off the ground. I don't know if she was signed yet, but I believe she had interest, you know what I'm saying? People were interested in her as an artist. And Pac was looking for a female to put down with the clique, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It was like, well, we got Storm, check her out, type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think there would have been more Outlaws added to the group as time went on? Or was there anybody else that was possibly being talked about?
You know, after Noble, there were affiliates.
Yes, Noble.
Noble was the last official outlaw that was handpicked by Tupac himself. You know what I'm saying? After that, Pac was pretty, good with as far as adding new members to the group. But of course, we had people that we was cool with and other affiliates that, that we fucked with. But as far as the group, the members of the group was pretty much set in stone after Noble.
What was the plan for the group? Were you guys gonna do like a group project and then everybody was gonna go solo, or?
Well, the Outlaws consisted of a solo artist, which was Young Noble, then two groups, Fatal and Felony and Dramacidal. And so, I don't really know if we would eventually branched off and did solo shit or not. That was definitely a possibility. But at the time, we was just focused on getting the Outlaws established and getting that off the ground.
Okay. At one point, you guys actually, then we kind of touched on it a little bit with, being cool with Little C's and, kind of ending the beef and everything. Can you kind of talk about how that happened and how you guys linked up and everything?
The Lil C's and Noble started to communicate, and that's how the process started. And again, the late great K Slay was largely a part of that process.
Was it surprising for you guys, or like, I don't want to say surprising, man, but you guys kind of didn't squash it for so long, and then you guys kind of came together, you did music, man, how did you feel? Or, what I'm saying? What was that kind of process like where you guys, what I'm saying? Was it like, this has just gone on long enough?
Well, for me personally, man, I'm just speaking for myself. Once Pac and Big both lost their life, the shit was over to me right then and there. It was, this shit had went way too far. You know what I mean? We lost two of the greatest, arguably the greatest hip hop artists of a generation. It was just a bad look for hip hop. It was a bad look for the culture. And so, I didn't want to be a part of anything that prolonged any more of that type of negativity. And you know what I'm saying? Shit that wasn't productive, and just didn't want to have no more of that. So the shit was over
already.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess all that needed to happen was a conversation.
What was it like getting together that first time working with them?
Man, it was dope, man. It was dope, and it was positive, man, and it felt like the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And the song we eventually ended up doing was called Bury the Hatchet. You know what I mean? And it just felt like it was the right thing to do. And if you've ever had a chance to be around C's, it's hard not to like him. He's a good fucking dude, you know what I mean? Always smiling, always got something positive to say, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's like, yeah, that shit is over, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there, you know what I mean? I love him. I want to see him, do well. I want to see him heal from losing his homie, just like I want to heal from losing my homie.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.